All right, so right when I thought I had a little bit of positivity going on in my life, I then come back to the usual bullshit that happens in my life. So today, at my job, we do like these monthly rollouts where basically we have the general manager introduce us like new food items that are going to be introduced next month, and literally like after that happened, right when it was getting ready to be 11 o'clock. I'm over here trying to like restock the line, because again I work at a restaurant. For those of you that actually watched my previous videos, to gain a little bit of context of what I'm doing now, I am working at a restaurant, um, and after I was like done restocking the restaurant, my manager who was on shift today, she told me that she might send me home early, but that was yet to be seen. So I'm like, all right, just let me know. And I was literally hoping deep down in my mind, like deep down in my head, please let me leave at one. Please let me leave at one. At least have me leave at one. That didn't happen. She ended up telling me to clock out at 11. Uh, yeah, at 11. 11:55. Yeah, I think it was like 11:55, almost close to 12 when that happened. So I literally, I didn't really work. I didn't really work honestly. I literally was just there, just to be there for the rollout, and that was literally it. And then after that, the people that were supposed to be on shift today, everybody slowly started leaving after me. I mean, I was the first person to be told to clock out because of course I'm the one who gets put on the chopping block first, right? And then like slowly and slowly, more and more of my coworkers started following suit, you know, and it's just like I cannot afford to keep leaving work early, because literally just last week I barely worked at all, because literally just last week, I barely worked at all. Like last week, I was like, okay, Saturday, last Saturday, I worked a full shift on Saturday. Sunday, I only worked until like 12, and that was only because I had to I had to change my tire. And obviously, these fucking tire shops, they're complete fucking scumbags. So there's like $139 gone out of my bank account, and so that's literally like $139 out of my bank account just to get that tire, just to get my tire replaced. And it was Sunday too, so the tire shop that I would normally go to, it was closed because they're closed on Sunday. So I had to find another tire shop, and this one and the one that I found that was open, last Sunday, they were extremely fucking slow. They were taking their sweet ass time switching out my tire. Like they were doing all this extra shit trying to recalibrate my tire sensors and shit like that, and I'm just like, look, I don't look. All I want you guys to do is change my fucking tire. That's it. I'm not asking you guys to rotate my tires. I'm not asking you guys to balance my tires. All I'm asking you guys to do is change my fucking tire. That's literally all I'm asking you guys to do. It's just do something so simple, but yeah, you guys turned it into a 2 hour fucking task. Ridiculous. Doing the most for no, I mean, like literally doing the most for no reason. So the tire itself was $90. I don't mind paying $90, but they're like, oh, but plus the labor, yeah, that's an additional charge. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay 100. Yeah, you're gonna end up paying 100, and yeah, you're gonna have to end up paying $139 for that because of the labor. I'm like, labor, bitch. All you guys are doing is changing a tire. Like why the fuck should that cost a hundred additional? Like why the fuck should that cost 100, like over $100? The tire is 90. All I'm asking you guys to do is just put it on. That's it. Fucking Christ! I swear, ever since COVID, right? Ever since fucking COVID, these tire shop owners and mechanics, They're literally just using COVID as an excuse to be fucking scumbags and just price gouge the fuck out of people. But anyways, I digress. So after you know that previous Sunday, so after you know that day ended, right? I come to work I come to work last Monday, and I literally was working until like 1 p.m. And my manager who was on shift on Monday, no, the manager that I was working with on Monday, she sent me home. She sent me home early. Last Monday, I got sent home early. I'm just like, what the fuck? So I only really worked the full shift last Saturday. Last Sunday I had to leave early because I had to take care of a personal problem because I had to take care of the tire issue. So that was like more of a personal issue that I had to get taken care of. And like my manager who was on shift for somebody else for the other manager because she was gonna be running late, right, that day. She kind of saw it as her doing me a favor because on Monday she knew that it was just gonna be her and some other guy, you know, running the line. So she thought that if she could help me out by having me leave work early to get my tire changed and then come back to work with that problem taken care of, then I could work the full shift with her. So that was literally the idea. So it was kind of like, you know, you help me, I help you, you know, that type of deal. So Monday comes and, you know, I show up to work on time. I show up to work, you know, on time. And I'm over thinking, you know, today's gonna be a normal day, right? No, I got sent home. Nope, I got sent home early at like 12 or 1. No, I think I got sent home at like 11 to 12 p.m. because labor was too high, and not enough customers were coming in, and like literally just yesterday, right? I think yesterday was Friday. Yeah, yesterday was Friday. So literally on Friday, right? When I came back home from from just chilling outside from like from being at the park, I was talking to a friend from PlayStation, and he literally told me that news broke out that there's been food that's been contaminated, and that same food was being shipped to like the restaurant that I work at, because I work at a chain restaurant. I work at a fast food restaurant, which is obviously a chain, right? But even though this only affected said restaurants in Michigan, everybody here in Texas is scared that the same thing happened to those same restaurants here in Texas, even though zero reports have been made in regards to the lettuce and just the food being contaminated in general. Even though there's been no reports of that same incident happening here in Texas, people are just scared regardless. So because of that, yeah, business was slow on Friday. So yeah, because of that, business was literally just slow on Friday. And the only people that really showed up were just the Arabs. That was really it. And fast forward, and then today is Saturday, and we had that rollout. And I'm thinking that after the rollout is over, right, I was gonna stay, work my shift and clock out at 5, be back home at 6, right? Nope. Got sent home at 11:55 because business was slow. Nobody was showing up because of the mass hysteria that got started because of the food from said, because the whole like hysteria following around the food being contaminated at said restaurants that were like in Michigan, and people thinking that the same thing happened here in Texas. It's fucking crazy that literally a day after my friend told me that, right, it actually happened. It actually started affecting me. And I was talking to my general manager about it, and she understands my concern. Like she actually does understand my concern, and she said that she hopes that this mass hysteria will be over by Tuesday. And I'm like, I sure hope so, because it's like I can't keep having light days like this. Because I'm like, I can't keep having light days. I need to have money saved up, and I need to have money saved up for September. Because the bills, they're not gonna wait. Because the bills, they're not gonna wait on me. Because once September comes. Like whether I'm ready or not. I'm trying to save as much as I can, but it's like it's hard doing that when unexpected expenses like my tire keep popping up, it's hard doing that when I got health problems that also involve me spending money. I mean, like literally just today, right? I had to go to Sam's Club to buy a new glucose sensor, which to my surprise, the price of it dropped. You know, I was expecting to pay $37 like I usually do, but no, today the price was actually 24. Yeah, today, yeah, for some reason the price actually dropped to $24. So I was a bit surprised about that. It was a pleasant surprise, but even though it was like a, but it was like I would take it as like a tiny sliver of good hope within like the vast array of darkness that I'm currently in right now. I know it sounds cringy as fuck, but that's like the best way that I can describe it. You know, in all honesty. So yeah, it's just like again, I can't keep having these. I can't keep having light days. I have to work these full shifts, whether I like it or not. I have to work these full shifts. I'm trying to save up. I'm trying to save up money, but it's just like. But as usual, my savings can never fucking grow, no matter how conservative I am with my spending. It's just fucking stupid. So, anyways, I'm really hoping that this mass hysteria blows over and you know things go back to normal and I could go back to working 8 hour shifts and you know how it normally is. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to find a better job. I mean, I've been trying to find a better job right now, but but ain't nobody willing to give me a chance, or ain't nobody willing to see potential within me to even give me an interview. So I mean, you can't say that I haven't been trying because I have. So yeah, yep, that's my life for you. Just bullshit and bullshit and more bullshit, and I just don't have the energy anymore to give a fuck. Well, I do, but it's just very small at this point. So yeah.